Today I make the biggest maze I've ever made on my island. It goes from the right side of my island all the way to the left side of my deserted island. And I'm gonna put all of my villagers in the middle, and they will have to make it to the ends of the island. They can either go all the way to the left or all the way to the right. And in a special twist, the villager that is the final villager that doesn't go through the maze, the last one standing that loses, will be sent to Exile Island. This brand new thing that I just made on my island. I tested it out and it works perfectly. Their house will be put on Exile Island at the end of the video, and we'll see what life is like on Exile Island. So again, whoever loses the competition, the last villager will be sent to Exile Island. Now this is just before I made Exile Island. I actually had to move Marshall's house. I had to get him out of there. I was so extra. I was like, I gotta make Exile Island. Marshall, we're moving ya. So I moved him out so that way we have an empty space on Exile Island, ready to roll for this challenge for whoever loses the last villager on that maze. Last villager to complete the maze. So let's meet the contestants, and then we'll go over the maze and the rules. Alright, starting off with Phoebe and Judy. They're talking with each other right now, and Judy's like, tell me about that book deal you got. She says, you're gonna love this. You ready for an awesome story? I was like, you know what, let's test the waters here. Not interested. She came back at me immediately. You're lost. You're gonna want to hear the story. I got a book deal. She dragged me immediately. She was like, where's your book deal, Nico? Okay, don't test me. Just like her design, Phoebe is fiery and ready to compete, and I feel like she's going to do an amazing job in all of my different Animal Crossing challenges I do with my villagers, so we'll see. She lets me know that Marshall is sick. If you remember, Apple was sick in the last video. I don't know what's going around on my island right now. Like, I feel like a bad villager. Like, I keep on giving them medicine. Like, I'm helping out, but I feel like I have to find the source of this. Apple's like, what do you think about my vampire costume? We all love it. I mean, do we really need to have a round of applause? I think me, you, everyone, we all stan Apple in her vampire outfit. Like, she is the female Joker that we're ready for. The gender bent Joker. When you're ready, DC, I think Apple's ready too. Anyway, Zucker says, the sky looks clear and dry. I bet that means the sun and moon are happy. I'm like, aw, Zucker, always wholesome. He said, what's on your mind? For some reason, everyone thinks I'm gonna go work out whenever I'm in the cycling shirt, but that's not it at all. They're just my favorite napping clothes. I'm like, alright. I didn't ask, but alright. Oh my gosh, Phoebe and Apple are going at it. They're angry. What happened? Apple said I asked Phoebe about the other day about advice on what I should do with my money, and Phoebe says to stop spending it. Pom Pom had the same dilemma with Judy or Diana the other day, so, you know, it is what it is. I want Kiki to join the competition, but she's in the corner reading. As you know, Kiki's always reading. She is the most educated scholar in this entire island. Flurry is outside of Eric's house and is telling me, have you ever gone inside Eric's house? It screams Eric. I'm like, Eric's screaming in there? Oh, you mean his interior decoration is very Eric-like. Okay, I get whatever that means. Diana is also sitting and reading. I don't know what I guess everyone is like, oh, warm weather, time to sit out and read. Unrelatable, but I appreciate and commend everyone who goes outside and reads books. I'm more of an inside dweller playing video games type, but... Alright, so Zucker says, Flurry, can you suggest me a book? And Flurry says, you read, Zucker? That's surprising. Dang! Me and Apple are looking at each other like, dang! Flurry is coming after poor Zucker. Alright. Oh my gosh, now we got Apple and Diana fighting, talking. Everyone is just talking and fighting nowadays. I'm like, wow, the summer really brought out the fire in everyone. I think they actually had a good conversation, though. Anyways, maze time. I'm building the maze. I wanted to put everyone in the center of the maze first so I could structure it. So you just met all of the contestants, and now this is the maze that I'm making. So like I said, the maze is going to extend across the entire island. The villagers are in the middle, and there's two routes. There's the right way, and there's the left way. So a villager can decide to go to the right or the left. I figured out that a lot of villagers like to gravitate to their homes, so I didn't want to make a bias towards either side, so I wanted to have both sides in this maze. So if a villager wants to go to the right side of the island, they can go to the right side. If they want to go to the left side, they can go to the left side. I don't have the most variety of fences, so I just used whatever I had, And basically, how you win is you just gotta touch the beach. You gotta touch the beach. You gotta escape the maze and reach the ends of the island on the beach. You can either go to the left beach or you can go to the right beach. Once you hit the beach, you're safe, you're good. If you're the last person standing who hasn't touched the beach yet, the last villager, the slowest at the maze, that villager is going to be put into Exile Island. So this is the left side. I wanted to make the two different sides different from one another to make the parkour and mazing different, so it was interesting to watch from the spectator. So this way there's like a big brick square that, you know, people could get kind of confused on. They could think it's like a hangout area, and then there's long mazes that go up and left and down and right, and then there's some slippery slopes where you don't really know where to go. It's a pretty good maze, I would say, honestly. And again, if you touch the beach on the left side or the right side, they win. I didn't really like the Zen fence. I don't think it really fit the color scheme of what I'm going for here. So I went with brick. Anyways, everyone seems to be ready now. We got Zucker, Phoebe, Apple, Diana, Flurry, and Kiki. 6 competitors. The last villager to make it to the beach will be sent to Exile Island. We have a conversation between Diana and Zucker. Everyone's kind of talking, hanging out. As you know, hanging out and talking to people is a bad thing to do in this competition. You want to avoid people, avoid animals, and get straight to moving. So maybe the socialites like Diana and Zucker might not do too hot. Before we start, I want you to hear this conversation I had with Zucker because it was so funny. I have no idea what's in the air today besides humidity, but everyone is so angry at each other today on my island. I'm like, what the heck? So apparently she's really mad at Diana because she's oh yeah, she's spoiled the show. I would be mad at Diana too, Flurry. I'm kind of here for this Diana takedown. People are angry at Diana. She's had it good for too long. No, I'm kidding. But she is leaving the island any day now. I just have to get Marty to come to the island. I've been too lazy to do all the Marty missions. But yeah, Diana came in too. She was like listening for a second. She's like, oh, she's talking about me again. Let me walk away. I like both of the villagers a lot, Diana and Flurry. So I'm going to take Flurry's side on this one, though, because she seems respectable about it. And I would be upset with the spoilers, too. So it's understandable. With that said, it's officially time for this competition to start, everyone. Okay, I'm opening the gates now. Again, the villagers can either go left or they can go right. It's up to them, whichever they feel more comfortable going to. I'm going to step out and watch from the sidelines, as will you as the viewer. I hope you know which one you're rooting for. I'm personally rooting for Phoebe and Kiki. I haven't seen them in challenges yet. They're our newest villagers. And Flurry, I don't know if she's been in a competition yet either. She's very new. So I'm rooting for all of our new villagers. So it looks like Kiki and maybe Diana are moving to the left right now. I really like this filter. It's very cinematic and grainy, like the sand. It's super cool. But Kiki is walking very steadily. All the other villagers are very set in this square. But Kiki, on the other hand, she is blasting through this. This is the hardest spot, in my opinion, because a lot of times villagers take big spaces like squares as places to like relax and sit down and read a book or sing or work out. But not Kiki. Kiki is on a mission. She is walking at a very steady pace. She is not taking a second. She is not hesitating. She is marching. This is some strong queen behavior right now, folks. She is doing so good. Oh my gosh, she is stomping. This cat, she doesn't need 9 lives. She is good on the first one. She is killing it. Oh my gosh. This is what she has reached the beach. She's reached Your Honor, she's reached the beach. She has done it. She is the first villager to win this competition and be safe. It's safe to say Kiki will not be exiled. She said, I read a few magazines. The author recommended doing something outside so you could reconnect with nature. Oh yeah, I recommend. If you're watching this, I second that. listen to Kiki. Read some books. I might have to read some books. That moment when your Animal Crossing villagers are smarter than you. I gotta take some actual life advice from my villagers. They actually do drop some good advice. So I look back and forth, left and right, left and right, left and right, left and right, and no villagers to be spotted. They're all in the center square. I'm like, oh gosh, how long is this gonna take? I don't got all day. I started making this video at 3 p.m. I gotta get this video out by nighttime. Uh-oh, hurry up, folks, hurry up. But it's very, you know, they're all hanging out. You know, Judy is working out. Flurry is like watering the sand, and so is Zucker. I'm like, all right, it's a desert, so I don't really know if we have too much vegetation. Zucker is moving for it, but will he escape the night? I don't know. Kiki was on a mission. She was going very steady and moving very quickly. Zucker's doing all right, but he's stopping here and there, which makes me think maybe he's not going straight for the exit like Kiki was. Flurry is not too far. Flurry is coming behind Zucker. She's like, you better slow down. They are, you know, they're the two, the watering the flower tin can duo, as they say. I don't know who they are, but you know, I just called them the watering tin can duo, Zucker and Flurry. They are the first to really move to the left here, and they're doing pretty dang well at it. The other four are very sturdy in the middle. Flurry going back to that middle, but like I predicted, this square area is very difficult for the villagers. I then got very bored just watching my villagers for a while. I was like, how long is this gonna take? So I started working out. I think Zucker, Flurry left the platform. Alright, Flurry's here. Where's Zucker? Phoebe beat it too! Yes! Let's talk to her. Did something happen? Yeah, you just won the competition. What? Diana, Apple, Judy. Where's Zucker? I guess Zucker won. Well, he got out of there. He didn't lose. Zucker! Where are you? Oh, there she is. Well, anyways, there was that. Hope you enjoyed. Anyways, Flurry is still in the competition. Apple's still in the competition. So is Diana and Judy. But it seems that Zucker and Phoebe have officially won, and they're safe. And they're safe from exile. And we have two different groups here. We have Judy and Diana, who are talking about how they were like super rebellious as children. Judy saying that she listened to the loudest music and her entire wardrobe was almost entirely black. Diana saying, me too? We're like two stilettos in a shoebox? I want to know, like, what kind of music they listened to. Like, was it Nirvana? Was it... I feel like it was like John Bovi. What? John Bon Jovi? Wait. Bon Jovi. That's what I'm... John Bon Jovi. I don't know why that was such a struggle for me. Last night, I dreamed that I had a new faucet in my kitchen, Apple. When I turned it on, cream soda came out instead of water. That's disgusting, IMO. Wow, freaky. That's what my reaction would be too. Wow, freaky. For reals though? I think that'd be pretty wild. Apple's exactly how I talk in real life. I use the word all right, anyways, and wild in every single sentence. She's like, wow, freaky. That's wild. Wow, you're zonked. I'm gonna steal that from Apple. She said you're zonked out. Z-O-N-K-E-D. You're zonked out. I like when Apple has conversations with people. Oh my gosh, she just changed to the vampire. We love the vampire Apple. You know she means business when she puts that vampire outfit on. Oh yes. Oh yeah, she's just running around her vampire. This is really like, I guess if the people that write the Joker are watching, like she's totally campaigning and auditioning right now. Like take this as Apple's audition tape. We can work with it through Nintendo. I'm sure they'd let Apple be the next Joker. Anyways, I just love when Apple talks to people because she like doesn't like it goes in one ear and leaves the other. Like all she wants to talk about is her being famous. She's like, wow, that's interesting. Anyways, When I'm rich and famous, I'll just buy one of those. I'm like, okay, Apple. She is being very interesting in this competition. She keeps leaving this like square platform and going to like the last stage, which is this country wood fencing to the left, as you saw, but she keeps like going right back to the big brick square. So I don't really know when Apple's ever gonna win this competition. I can't really see her leaving. She's just enjoying herself running around. Judy is talking about her favorite show, Succotash Armageddon. It's a cooking show. Do you mean the drama set on the deserted island? Are they talking about me? Could you imagine if... Oh, now I'm a peppy villager. I'm just like Apple. Oh, my God. I'm just making it all about myself. But no, they're like, do you see that one TV show about the deserted island? Like, I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, they're watching Nikachu on their TVs. Oh, my gosh. Judy just got it spoiled from Diana. Diana just spoiled it for Judy. What is up with Diana? She keeps spoiling it for everyone. Oh my God. This is the second time this episode that she's ruined someone's day by It's the second time today she spoiled a TV show for someone and got in, gotten someone upset for. That is so funny. Oh my gosh. This has been too much entertainment. You know, whenever this happens, these competition shows, it's always the drama and the fights and the conversations that make it the most exciting. So Apple's like, I'm totes going big time. The kind of pop star. She literally. It happened again. Flurry was like, I watched this new TV show, and Apple's like, oh, I'm famous. I'm gonna be a superstar one day. And now she's being mean about it. She's like, I'm gonna leave this island and not remember you. She's like, I'm gonna leave the island and never come back. And Flurry's like, maybe you should be famous on this island so you can stay with your friends. And Apple gets angry. She's like, what the heck? Really? You're gonna make me stay on this island and be famous for you? Oh my gosh, Apple is like unhinged. You know, anyone brings up anything about her being famous and it like triggers her. She's like, what do you mean? Not super duper famous. Like someone's like, oh, Apple, you look so good today. She's like, why not amazing? I'm a superstar. You should call me amazing. I'm like, oh my gosh, she can't take a compliment. My favorite part is Flurry is like the best wing woman for Apple. She's just sitting here in the square, like watching Apple run around in her cosplay. Apple's cosplaying as a vampire, and Flurry's just walking right next to her, walking alongside her, watching her play. It's like she's like a mother figure, or she's like an extremely supportive friend. But I'm kind of here for this friendship. It's very unique and interesting. They're two hamsters. They could not be more different from each other. Apple being Apple being a peppy villager and Flurry being a normal villager. Oh, it's so funny. Hey, superstar, what do you think I should do to find a good prezi? Secretive research, I said. Spies are so cool. I'm going to be a spy. I'll sneak around, learn about Phoebe, then blam, drop the perfect present. It is nice that she's, thinking of a new present to get for Phoebe since Phoebe's a new villager. But the funniest thing ever happens because Flurry calls her out. She's like, are we spying or are we just playing dress up? She's like, are you buying a present for someone or are you just finding an excuse to cosplay and roleplay as a spy? She read Apple down. She was like, she keeps on calling out Apple in this episode and it's too funny. Anyways, I'm noticing, I took a quick break to talk to a friend on the phone because literally, if you look at the time, it's been like an hour of this competition so far. And when I came back to the game, I noticed that Diana was now in the square with Apple. Apple does not care if Flurry left, by the way. She's like, who? At least I got Diana watching me. And then I found Flurry to the... Oh my gosh. While I'm recording this, 7 massive birds just flew in a V formation. Nature is wild. Sometimes I'm like, is nature influenced by Animal Crossing? Or did Animal Crossing become before nature? Comment down below if you know anything about that. Anyways, Flurry's done. She has survived, which means there's only 3 villagers left. Judy, Diana, and Apple. And I noticed that Apple's leaving right now too. And I'm like, is this rush hour? Because as you saw at the clock, it just turned 3 p.m. And now all of a sudden everyone just stopped playing and started leaving. I'm like, oh. someone got the memo. They're like, this competition was fun and all for a minute, but now it's 3. I gotta get to work. I don't know what they do day to day for work, but they're like, I gotta get going. It's 3 p.m. So Apple's gone, Flurry's gone, and it's now between 2 villagers, the 2 snooty villagers, Judy and Diana. Who are you rooting for right now? I don't know. I'm kind of ready for Diana to leave, and honestly, in the next video you see of mine, she probably will be replaced with Marty. So it doesn't really matter if Diana was on this exile island. Like, that would be like her final goodbye, which could be interesting. But Judy's gonna be here for the long term. So we'll see about this exile island. Diana is looking pretty content in that square. That square, I'm telling you, I didn't think I would be right, but when I said that square would stall people, it did stall people. They're both about halfway through the course. Judy be on the right side and Diana be on the left side. But Judy keep going back. She keeps like getting kind of far but turning back. And then Diana, look at her go. She's got a job to do today. She's gonna be a lumberjack. Oh yeah, she's got the wood in her hand and she is going for it. She is leaving and she touched the beach, which means that Diana is safe and Judy is the loser of this competition, which means she is gonna go to Exile Island. She says, when it comes to selecting home, what's the most important thing to consider? Well, I said location, because, you know, deserted island. Exile. Is she on to me? Does she know what's about to happen? Location, location, location. I'm not exactly sure, but I think it means you want a home in a fashionable neighborhood. Of course, I would accept nothing less. Haha. Well, Judy, it's time to roll. I went to businessman and entrepreneur Tom Nook, and I said, hey, Judy's got to go. Understood. He was like, I don't care. Just give me the 50,000 bells. You can put her anywhere. I'm like, dang, Tom Nook. No one cares on this island about the lifestyle of the villagers except for me, and here I am doing challenges. Oh, well, I brought Judy, and she says, you know, I'm asking her, what do you think about this move? She said, why, certainly. A new location handpicked for me sounds lovely. Lovely. Maybe not the word I would choose, but maybe I'll turn it lovely. So I picked the location, obviously, which is the deserted island, and it fit in like a glove. I was a little nervous that it wouldn't fit or something would go awry, but as you can see right here, it looks really nice in this little deserted, you know, exile island. And, you know, I'm cheering on my villagers looking super happy. I'm like, okay, I picked a new home for Judy, yay. And I decided, and I know this might go against the original idea of this video, but I didn't want it to be like a horrible experience. Like, part of me was like, maybe I can turn this into a good experience. So I got some good items, and I was confused why Judy was on the platform. Like, she kind of teleported into the town hall sometimes, I guess. But I put a bunch of items there while she was gone. So I was like, you know what? This could, instead of being like a negative experience, like a horrible exile island, like I don't want it to be a prison. It could be like a paradise exile island, like a vacation. Like, you know, you can escape the chaos of the island for a little bit and have some free time on this like really cool island. And I try to make it themed for Judy. I got like purple and pink and blue stars all over the ground. I got her a cup of coffee. I got like this big starlight, a pink balloon. I was like, dang, I would want to live here. So maybe it's a good thing that they got exiled after all. So it's like a paradise island. And then I went to the next day and I saw if Judy was there, and I was like, oh, is she there? I can't see. And then she snuck her head out. And what is she doing? She is relaxing. Once she comes over this corner now, you'll see what's in her hand. She's got juice in her hand. She's walking around her patio looking happy as a bell. She is so happy. She's got these stars. She's got beautiful exterior. She's got music playing on the radio. Like, this is like an experience. Like, I bet all the other villagers wish they lost the challenge now, because this is a pretty nice island. She's got a beach to herself. She's got cliff sides, mountain sides, stars, expensive items. She's got it made. So I talked to her. I want to see if she would, you know, tell me anything about her thoughts. She said, you can jump over the river with those vaulting poles, huh? That's very convenient. I'm like, dang, she probably needs one of these. I wish she could use it. But then I was like, let's talk. She said, thank goodness someone was thoughtful enough to put a Nova light here. Hey, that was me. Hey, shout out to me. With some decent lighting, I can finally walk around. I nearly tripped over a rock on my midnight strolls. I'm like, dang, you constantly trip on your walk when you like, what? I didn't know that was such a big problem for my villagers. They just walk around at night and they trip on rocks. I guess that's my next mission, is to get rid of all the rocks on my island. Dang, okay. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all really enjoyed this video. I thought it was so much fun to make, and I like making the real life scenes too. I'm gonna go back to working out in the next video. When I do this, you better bet I will be ripped. Alright, so I'll see all of you later. Comment down below your favorite part of this video. I love to hear all about it, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.